me personally, I found my lawyer through AsylumConnect. I use AsylumConnect to not just find legal services, but other forms of services that I needed when I first moved to San Francisco.
We use AsylumConnect regularly with almost everyone that makes contact with us, because we have a very detailed process on how we take clients and screen clients. And regardless, we always point them to AsylumConnect wherever they are. We run a national program and have somewhere around 650 clients. They're not all based in New York, though, where we're based. And so the huge benefit and why I love AsylumConnect is if someone is in Omaha, Nebraska, I know I can go online and go to AsylumConnect, and there's some resource somewhere there that someone has vetted that I can rely on. And what's huge is that we as attorneys, when we get someone's case, and many of you probably know this, interacting with clients, there are so many service providers who are ill-informed and aren't able to help a client or provide incorrect advice or not LGBTQ friendly, even in New York City. And this happens a lot with immigration providers too, who are either fraudulent immigration providers and notarios and just making money. There's a lot of breakdown in trust. And so what I like about AsylumConnect is that I immediately know I can trust the names and organizations on AsylumConnect, and I won't do harm to a client.
I had an individual who once being released from the southern border, joined family in Missouri, and one of the issues we had was the OOR had resources, but they ended up not being very effective resources, or they were not friendly to LGBTQ individuals. And using AsylumConnect, we were able to actually identify real resources that our client could use. And it was very successful for him, from everything even down to getting help with housing to finding other resources, language classes, et cetera. I mean, it was really a holistic one-place shop for us. And it was places where he could feel comfortable. And that was really important to us.
I wish when I first got here to this country, I had resources that was like, pretty much everything in a central location, just like AsylumConnect. And I think the fact that you have language options to look at, to search from, that's really valuable. I think we talked about this earlier. Language barrier is a huge thing for a lot of asylees or those who are seeking asylum here. And so being able to search that is using different languages is great. Also the fact that, you can search by your location. Yes, there tends to be a concentration in the largest cities, but the fact that we can, search by zip code and by city, it's really helpful for a lot of people throughout the country. And, I'm really excited to be part of the team at AsylumConnect with the expansion that we're seeing and just the ability to bring people together, especially both those who are seeking asylum and also those who are service providers. So that's also amazing. So I'm really excited to see the potential that we have in the coming years. There's so much of a need, especially for the queer community in this country, with regular changes with the legal environment. So at least knowing that resources are available and you can rely on that, that's going to be a little helpful with all of the uncertainty.
The Asylum Project, we like to use AsylumConnect as a virtual hub, like one-stop shop. Just like everybody else mentioned, I've referred clients to it when they have housing needs, job placement needs, mental health resources, any kind of things. I know that AsylumConnect is a resource that I can send them to, especially since we're a smaller team. So, we don't have necessarily all the resources that larger organizations would have to build a huge network. I feel like AsylumConnect has done the work of building that network for us.
Client living in Texas, and I've never lived in Texas. I don't know the network there. And similarly, we are getting more and more inquiries on social media from individuals who are in Mexico, who are in Canada. And the idea that AsylumConnect is expanding to support folks in our neighboring countries is very exciting as well.
Not just help people with their legal needs, but also trying to connect them with other resources, and also trying to figure out of the 10 million seemingly housing organizations that might exist out there, which ones actually are going to be supportive to people who are LGBTQ plus. And I mean, I guess probably pretty unsurprisingly, a lot of them are really horrible and really transphobic and really homophobic. And so something that I have appreciated about AsylumConnect is just sort of this holistic, both screening, but also being a place that invites organizations to be able to be in a central location where we can easily go and be like, okay, this is a good place that we can likely send someone to, having that information centralized. And so that's something that I can say that we've really appreciated.